If nobody else is offended, fine. But I'm the one here has to listen to you ramble on and on and on. And then you're gonna lay that bait out there for me and just be like, here, nope, can't have it. What? Hey guys, welcome back to the Down Once More pod with Matt and Raley. And this week we're back to do one of our in-between episodes. We've been doing the musicals once a month, but we try to fill these middle weeks with something a little different, and we'll switch it up sometimes. But these little, we call them mini episodes, are sort of in between our big reviews, and they're more for fun, just to kind of get some conversation going. So we're going to do one of those today. And today we're gonna do our vocal warm-ups, which we always do first. That's a goes without saying, vocal warm-ups. And then we have a really special set list.
That's right. If it's your first time listening, don't worry. We don't actually sing for the vocal warm-ups.
At least very little to none singing.
So
I can't promise anything.
Turn us off yet. I take for granted that people know what we're doing when we're constantly trying to get new people listening, and then we're just making these assumptions. But it's like,
well, if they want to know what we're doing, then they should go back and watch some of our old episodes.
That's true. We are almost on. I had looked. I think this episode might actually be our 50th on podcast channels. Let me check. Yep, this is episode 50. So on the podcast feeds, this is 50. We've got more on our YouTube page because we did a YouTube exclusive one, and then I was doing The Last of Us recaps on there. So I think technically over on our YouTube, we're at like 60 episodes, something like that. But on the podcast feeds, Apple, Spotify, all that fun stuff, which if you haven't, go and rate us, follow us, subscribe, all that fun stuff. This is episode 50. So welcome to episode 50.
I can't believe it.
Congratulations.
Happy anniversary, Matt. It's such a special time.
Cheers.
I remember when we first started, when we were just so young and so naive and so innocent, and oh boy, how things have changed.
That's right. Now we're corrupted. Oh my God. Well, the thing with that too is we have done, for year one, we just did one episode a month. So we and I think we didn't technically go, like, I think we started I think February, the first Monday in February was our first episode, I want to say. And then we launched, and then starting in January of 2023 is when we started doing weekly episodes. So we have done almost 4 times as many episodes in year 2 of the pod than we did year 1.
See, just
and only a slight drop off in followers. That's right.
We've still got some tried and truers out there. I got a couple people who always send me a message like, hey, great job on the podcast this week. I watched it. I'm like, you could just be saying that to make me feel good, which is fine because it works. It does make me feel good.
I'll take it.
And I don't actually care if you're listening to it, but you made me feel like you're listening to it. So that's awesome. I have a couple friends who are probably tuning in every now and then to see what's up, and probably aren't watching every week, but kudos and thanks to y'all who are hanging in there with us, because we were totally new at this and we're still figuring things out. But I feel confident that we're getting better and better, and we can only improve with time. So thanks for hanging in there with us.
That's what I tell myself in the mirror.
As usual, as always, if there's anything you think we should do, or like suggestions maybe, or whether that's musicals we should review or other ideas for episodes like this one today, where we're doing some different kind of fun activities. If you ever have any ideas, just shoot us a DM or comment on one of our posts or something and let us know.
That's right.
And we can make that happen. And if anybody's particularly keen about being a host, being a guest on our podcast, then we could talk about that too. Now, not just anybody can be on this podcast. You have to go through a vetting process, but
that's right. Deep
we're open
personal
to it.
Questions. And you have to be flexible, because Raley likes to feed her child coffee and then have him not go to sleep until like almost 1 a.m. And so we record at very odd hours of the night.
That is true. That is so true. And I've been trying to have this recording session with you for like 3 days. And each day it's been like, well, can't do it today. Guess it's tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes, like, shit, can't do it tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be the next day. Okay, the next day. Okay. I can't do it during the day, but I'll do it at night. Matt, are you ready for this episode? I'm going to tell them what we're going to do that's so special about this one. So we're going to do a vocal warm-ups like normal, which is just us talking for 60 seconds. You have to cover 3 topics in 60 seconds. It can be anything you want. as long as you stay within the 60 seconds and you cover 3 items. That's vocal
That's right.
warm-ups. It goes by pretty quick. Then we're
Yep.
going to do what we're calling our set list activity. And this is where we kind of just pick and choose from a category of things. It can be any topic. We'll select the topic ahead of time. We will prepare something for the week for the episode. And then you really just, it depends on what we decided on, but then we just kind of spout off back and forth one of our picks. And it's like a draft. I think of it as like a draft for the NFL or something. We're basically like, I get first turn, so I'm going to grab this, I'm going to talk about it. And then you grab something else and we talk about it. And this week, the set list is on, I love this topic. If you had to be stranded on a desert island, which Disney characters would you most like to have with you? Would you prefer to have with you? And this we're gonna name 5. Now that doesn't mean necessarily that they all 5 have to be there, but these are 5 characters that if you had a choice, you would select to be on the island with you. And you also have to tell why this person. What I mean by it doesn't matter if they're all there is that I can't say that like, okay, I want so and so, but I only want so and so if I have so and so. They're unrelated to each other. Like this, I would choose this person for this reason. I would choose this person for this reason. Does that make sense?
We're not choosing them because they complement each other necessarily. No, I got you.
Correct.
Also,
I'm not thinking of like a group of 5, like his strength, her strength, his strength, her strength. No, I'm thinking of individuals. Like he has this strength. Right. This person over there is great at this.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I was working off the assumption we're doing Disney animated characters as well.
Correct.
So that's what I did. If you don't have all animated,
specified that.
I'll allow it. I mean, if you go back to the text, animated was mentioned, but I'm fine. Tricky. I'm gonna still do animated on mine. You can do live action just because you want to fuck Steve Rogers, so Captain America. But
shh! I'm supposed to say that out loud.
Oh, sorry.
I'll be your.
Sorry, he just got married. Fun fact: Did you see that? He just got married.
No.
Congrats to Chris Evans and the person he married that I didn't recognize their name. Cheers to the happy couple.
I mean, he's off the market. That's so unfortunate.
I don't know how their relationship is. Maybe not. Maybe they're open. True. Maybe they have fun.
I might have a choice. I might have a chance. So what you're saying is
attractive.
There's a chance.
Be fun. That's right. That's right.
If it comes as a package deal, I'd probably be okay with that too.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Should we get started?
Off the rails.
What do you think?
Yes. Vocal warm-ups. Do you want? Oh, fun fact! Throughout the recordings, I got new beers. I'm bachelor for the week, basically, because my wife's on vacation.
Beards?
I don't have vacation.
Beards. I thought you said beards, like multiple beards.
No beers. So throughout the recording, I will give mini reviews of my different beers as I crack new ones. This is from Rogue Brewing. It is a honey Kolsch, a Kolsch style ale brewed with wildflower honey. It's only 5% ABV, and I would give it 7 out of 10. It's good. It's nothing special, but it's smooth. Tasty.
Does it taste ale-y? Because I don't do the ale-y flavors.
It does taste like an ale. I don't get the honey that much.
It's die.
Almost all of these are IPAs. IPAs are my go-to beers.
Gross.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Raley, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You go first, since I did the intro, and I will set you up with a timer in just a second.
I only have 3 down, but I don't think I'm going to go with any of the ones that I have written. But we'll see. You're going to wing it.
Oh, good. He's winging it. I like it.
We're going to see
what
happens.
All right, tell me when you're ready. I'll give you a countdown.
Just count me down and go. I'll go with you.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so I have a very podcast worthy story that I really want to tell because it is ridiculous and so frustrating, but the people involved in it, I wouldn't name names, but I think they might listen and it would probably get me in hot water if I said it. So I really can't until maybe later in October. We'll see. So maybe stay tuned and I will be able to spill the beans because the certain event will be over. Second, Paramount Plus did an update that they finally today updated it back, but it was their resume watching feature. You had to hit down 13 fucking times to get to your resume watching. It had all this suggested shit ahead of it. Drove me crazy. Also, I saw a yarmulke in a book written for the first time, and I had no idea that's how you spelled it. It is absolutely like, I'm like, what the fuck is this word? What are they trying to say? And I had to Google it. But for those of you who don't know,
It
it is
looks like
spelled
Yamulka.
Yarmulke, and that's
Yarmulka.
Yamaka. Yeah, and I'm like that.
It's Yarmulka.
I'm like, what is that? And I Googled it, and I'm like, oh, that's not how I would have spelled that in a
Is
million
it really
years.
bad that anytime I hear the word yarmulke, I immediately think of Adam Sandler? Like, it's really bad that that's the
No, me
first
too.
reference I have to yarmulkes and Judaism is that put on your yarmulke, it's time to
Yeah,
celebrate Hanukkah.
no, it's the same here.
It's amazing. Like, it's just that my brain is always like stuck there. It just never goes away.
Yep.
Okay, so
And
now
tying in, yep.
go
I
ahead.
was
No,
just
no,
say
go ahead.
tying into Yamaka's, our September movie is the last 5 years, which the main character is Jewish.
Surprise,
Cohesion.
surprise.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Other thing you were
So
gonna
I
say.
think it's really unfair for you to say that there's a really great story that you want to tell, but that you're not going to tell. And I really feel like I should just stop participating in this podcast until I make you tell me what that story is, because that is cruel and unusual punishment.
So
If
he,
nobody else is offended, fine. But I'm the one here has to listen to you ramble on and on and on. And then you're gonna lay that bait out there for me and just be like, here, nope, can't have it. What? Why would
it's a
you do that?
teaser to keep the
That's just
people coming
cruel. No,
back.
that's just cruel. You just did it on
So
purpose because you're gonna be mean.
I really want to tell, and it is an insane, ridiculous story. However, I it's nothing like super sensitive details, but if I share the story prior to certain events, it could make certain people offended and cause a whole shit show and drama that I don't want to deal with. So it's best if I
So
wait. I can tell you
why even
offline,
bring it up?
but because I needed a
You wanted
third
to
thing
torture
for
me.
my vocal warm up. Duh.
Oh my
But
god,
yeah,
I'm gonna
that
use that against you at some point.
okay. And the Paramount Plus thing was driving me insane because I was
Yeah.
rewatching House of Lies and binging that. And so I was like, it's the first
Oh,
time
yeah.
I'm like, oh, I never use Paramount Plus, but I'm paying for it every month. So I should watch something on here to make it worth
Yeah.
it. And so I'm like, oh, I haven't watched House of Lies in a while. I'm going to rewatch that. And I was watching through it. And every time I'd go back in, I have to hit down 13 fucking times. And you couldn't reorder it. You couldn't get it from the side navigation panel. They just have all their bullshit suggested stuff first. But then
Oh,
finally
you're talking
yesterday,
about the category of things that you've
the
already
app.
started watching are all the way down at the bottom rather than the very
Yeah.
first thing that you'd want to see, which is what
Yeah.
makes the
So
most sense.
12th was
I
my
understand what you're saying.
list. And then 13th was resume watching. So it was like new movies for kids, new TV shows for kids, new action movies, recommended action movies, the best action movies, dramas, like third.
Your mom's
Like,
action
I'm not
movies. Oh,
kidding.
whoops.
That's right. It was the
Your
13th
mom's getting
thing
the
down.
action.
I'm
I
like,
think I probably
this
watched
is
that.
fucking ridiculous. I would
That
not
is
watch my
terrible.
mom get action. That's gross. Um,
I'm sorry. I was wondering if you heard me say that.
yeah, no, I
Snuck that one
did.
in there.
I did. So yeah, it was, but when I went back to finish it, which I did finish my rewatch of House of Lies today, actually, it was back to how it should be, where resume watching is like the first or second thing there. I'm like, good.
Yeah, that really makes no sense. Like they're trying to lure you in to watch something else. Like, what?
Yeah.
Also, Paramount Plus is the worst one for that because it recommends things that are so not right for you. Like I noticed that it recommends all the wrong
Oh yeah.
categories, and if they're coming on and like telling you these are new movies for kids that you should check out, like you don't even have fucking kids, so why are they targeting you
Right.
for that category? They clearly aren't. They're just putting it all willy nilly out there, which is really annoying when people have streaming services. They're used to being catered to from the moment they turn it on.
And I swear,
Not for you to like throw
streaming
random shit at me.
streaming networks, it seems like are doing everything they can to make their app the worst it can be. Because like HBO Max, when now it went to Max, they
Yeah,
got the new app. You have to get the Max app, and the
right.
Max app, you can't filter by like genre of movie or TV series when you're trying to browse. Like there's no filters that you can go through. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Why are we making it less user friendly and more difficult to navigate your app? This is fucking insane.
It's too
But
complicated.
like,
I mean, what Netflix does it great. Why doesn't everybody just follow that formula? Like Netflix, you
right.
can actually
Netflix
choose
has
which
it
ones you
really
like,
good.
and it will take that and algorithm it up and send you recommendations for things that are probably sort of kind of like what you've
Yep.
watched. Also, they always put like a
Peacock is the
bunch of
same.
categories. Peacock, yeah.
Yeah, you can drill down in there on Netflix and it's great. But Amazon Prime sucks because they'll throw up like the ones that are free with Prime and then ones you have to pay to rent just mixed in willy-nilly. And so it's a pain to navigate that way. Peacock sucks. Paramount Plus
And
sucks.
by the way,
Max
also
now sucks.
those free ones from Prime TV are the worst. They're like so bad. It's like most of them, I think
Like the
99% of them
freebie.
are like really bad,
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
reality shows that nobody ever watched when they were on TV, but somehow they got put on Prime. So somehow you think that we're going to watch them now on Prime just because they're free when we didn't
Yeah.
watch them then. We don't give it. I don't need to watch 1,500 episodes of NCIS. Like the fuck?
Yeah.
No.
Prime's yeah, I feel like
No.
Amazon Prime has the worst catalog out there. Like I never go and just browse like, ooh, what's on Prime? I mean,
Which is really
technically
insane
Apple
since they're
TV does, but
but since there's like the biggest, most powerful, most tech friendly company there is, you'd think that Apple would have their shit together when it comes to recommending streaming service. I was streaming content. I don't get it. I don't get it. They just got lazy, I guess.
yeah.
When Steve Jobs dies, they were like, yeah, we don't have to do any
Yeah.
work. He did everything for us. Just throw some shit up there, it'll be
Well,
fine.
I think what it is, Apple, they do such high production value, like quality wise. I feel like they have some of the best series out there. Like I've
Yeah.
never seen an Apple series that sucks, but they don't have a deep catalog. Like all they have is
Right.
their own stuff pretty much. And they don't have enough right now that I feel like it keeps people subscribing, coming back. They released a
Yeah.
trailer for their new like Godzilla universe series with Kurt Russell and it looks fantastic. Like it's movie quality, it looked like from the teaser, and I'm excited about that. But
All right.
are
Cool.
you ready to go?
I think that I. Oh no, where'd it go? Shit.
Where'd you go? I miss you so.
No. Hold on. I think it disappeared on me.
I
Oh, I'm
said
so
some
sad.
days I feel like shit. Some days I want to quit and just be normal for a bit.
Oh crap.
Some Fort Minor.
No. Come
Just delete all
on.
your
Where'd it
notes.
go? No, it's not my notes. It's something that I found right before we signed on here, and now I can't find it. Because I wanted to show it as part of my. Hold on. Let me just Google it. See.
Yes,
Hopefully this
Googling
pops up.
does help.
Okay, sorry, this will only take a second. If I can't find it, I'll just do the other ones I have.
Do, 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 do. At some point, we're gonna need to do another
Yes.
episode of Shut the Fuck Up, so you can try to get the crown back.
I don't
think
need
you
to
will.
try.
But
I will own it. That shit.
okay, if you say so.
Stop
Your lack of preparedness is really disappointing, Raley.
It's not that it's not that I'm not prepared. It literally just disappeared off of my screen. What I had saved that I was going to go straight to it. Okay.
A likely story.
Well, this is really blurry, so you're not going to be able to see it. But I was gonna show it to you, but I'll just tell you. All right. So hang on, let me get everything ready, and I am ready.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so I came across this like screenshot of a text chat between two guys, and the one guy reaches out. You might have seen this before. One guy's like, "Yo, bro," and the other guy's like, "Who is this?" He said, "It's Kayla's boyfriend." He responds, "Oh, all right, what's up?" The guy says, "Listen, I'm just gonna keep it real with you. I know she's been cheating on me with you, and you're her side man. You know what? I'm fine with that. If she's happy, I'm happy. Thing is, I'm messing around with somebody else too right now. So I was gonna ask you, can you chill with her on Sunday so I can take my other girl out?" And he responds, "Shit, man, that's a bet. Don't even worry. What time?" Devious as shit. I love it.
Yep.
All right, 2. Did I make this up, or did the government actually announce for sure there are presence of aliens in the universe? I feel like that happened recently, and I'm not finding it anywhere, but But I'm just wondering if that did happen. Why is not everyone screaming from the rooftops about it? Okay, so then the other thing is I'm in a purge for my house. I've been cleaning out everything, and I have so many clothes in my closet. I fill up 2 whole closets and 6 drawers of a dresser, and I still have clothes left over. That's how many clothes I have. It's really bad, like really bad. I'm trying to get rid of stuff, like by the box full. I'm literally taking big cardboard boxes this big to Goodwill and be like, here, those are all my clothes.
Nice.
So somebody out there is going to get use out of them, but I don't know what. How did I accumulate so many things, so many articles of clothing? Anyway, that's not the best one. Let's talk about the aliens and or the screenshot.
Yeah.
Did you follow what I was saying? Because I was trying to read it fast, but did you follow the story?
Yes, I have seen that before. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Well,
funny. I don't
whatever.
know what those accents were, but that's funny.
What accents?
Isn't that your typical dude accent? I
don't know. What did I do? I wasn't paying attention.
You were reading them. And I'm like, is that how you think all men sound? Shit.
Yeah, bro, listen. Shit. But that's how he spelled it out, though. Like, he literally says shit with no T. Shit. Shit, man. That's a bet. Don't even worry. What time? I love this dude. I mean, cheating is terrible, and I'm not for it at all, but, like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
They both handled that like champs.
Yeah. The aliens, yes, they did confirm that they are in possession of, they said, non-human biologics. So they didn't say it's a body, but they did confirm that they have non-human biological matter that they have found from UFOs.
Why is it not everywhere for me to see this? Like, I felt like I saw it, but then I couldn't find it anywhere. And I was like, maybe I made this up or I dreamt it. But you would think that this would be big enough news that pretty much everybody would know about it. Like, you'd be hearing about it and seeing it everywhere. Is this part of the alien conspiracy that they announce it, but then they make it they bury it and never make it actually real? So you start to question your sanity, whether or not you actually read it. Because if so, it's working. It's working. Thank you so much.
My thing with the aliens, it's like, okay, cool. Like, what the fuck am I going to do about it? I can't do anything about it. If the aliens come for me, they come for me.
But I think it's fascinating, though. Don't you think it's fascinating?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've been like making movies.
Listen to KFC radio more. They talked about the aliens a lot.
I mean, look, like our whole lives, we've been fascinated with the fact that there's probably extraterrestrial beings of some sort. And I think just like having so many movies and so many books written about it over the last, half a century, it's almost like numbed us to the fact that actually is finally real. Like they're really admitting for the first time ever that this is not we're not fucking around. This is real. It's not a movie. And the fact that the government's not trying to hush it is also concerning, because why don't they think that it's important to cover it up? They clearly think that we're safe knowing this knowledge. That concerns me, because if they gave us that much information, there's probably a whole other side of it they are keeping to themselves. You know what I mean? Like they're probably giving us the tip of the iceberg, and the rest of it under the surface is like how much they really have, like a spacecraft, and they have 3 bodies in watery preservation tubes, and they're doing kinds of scientific exploration of these bodies and whatever. I'm just thinking that if they told us that much, there's probably so much more that they're not telling us.
They're just waiting for the election to drop it to distract us from that shit show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't even get started on that shit.
Well, it just reminds me of like my evergreen political take and stance is from It's Always Sunny, when they're like, oh, who do I vote for? The Republican that's blasting me in the ass, or the Democrat who's blasting me in the ass? It's all just one big ass blast. It's true.
Ass blast.
It's true.
Oh, it is true, though.
Yep, one big ass blast.
All right, should we move on so we don't keep this episode semi-short-ish? On to the set list.
Okay. Yes.
What are the rules?
How do we decide who goes first? Because the first pick could have an advantage. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. One of us, I don't care who, will close their eyes, and the other will put up a number of fingers between 0 and 10 on the screen.
Okay. And the person
whose eyes are closed will guess it. And if they're within 2 of it, then they get to go first. Otherwise, the
What?
other person gets. Well, I don't
So
know.
why don't
I'm
we
trying
both
to
wait? No,
think.
no, listen. So we both pick a number, and then whoever gets a guess that's closer to their number that was picked. So if you hold up 8 and I pick 2, that's far away. But if
Yes,
I
that
hold
makes
up
more
7 and you
sense.
pick up 5, then we're closer
Perfect.
together. So then
Yes, that
that
makes
person
more
wins.
sense.
Okay.
Okay, do you
All
want to
right.
do 0 to 10 or 0 to 5?
No, because then that'll be like all the numbers are like right there next to each other. It's got to
I
be
was
10.
thinking too.
So they gotta have some
Okay,
space. All right,
do
I'll
you
cover
want
my
to do the
ass.
number or
You
guess?
No, you go
Okay,
ahead. I'm gonna guess.
you have gaps in your fingers, bitch. Close them up. You can see it. Okay.
I'm
Okay,
not cheating.
guess.
I never cheat. You always accuse me of that. Okay, you said
Okay,
0 to 10, right?
guess. Yep.
Shut up. 4.
Okay, 7.
What is that? 7. Okay. All right. So 3 in between. So you have to get better than 3 to go first. All right. Close your eyes. Okay. Okay. Yes.
3.
Oh,
Mm.
you son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, good.
Okay, fine.
I could probably
So you
save
go
this
first.
pick because I don't think you're going to choose it. But I
You're
really
not going to
wanted to
use
go
your most
first.
advantageous one?
No, which I could, and it would be a dick move. But I'm going with the one that I think really deserves to be the overall one of one pick in
Okay.
Disney characters you'd want to get stranded on a deserted island with. And that is Helen Parr, aka Elastigirl, aka Mrs. Incredible. We have
Whoa.
seen from The Incredibles
Hmm.
what she is capable of. She can be a boat, she can be a
Mm-hmm.
parachute,
Mm-hmm.
and just
True.
everyone loves cake for a treat, and you don't get tired of it. So it's great to have those Mrs.
Cake.
Incredible is known for being the hot animated character with a big ass.
Oh,
So
I
I'm saying
wasn't
there's
aware of
other
that.
benefits to. Well,
Okay. Good to know.
get hornier for animated characters, Raley. I don't know what your deal is.
I need to work on my inspiration, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay, that's a good one. So
come on.
essentially
I'm
she could
expecting
change
your
herself
list to be
into some
like
sort of a vehicle that
Gaston,
can.
and she can be everything.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
she's
want
very
Gaston with me so
flexible.
he can show me her muscles.
That's right.
All
Yeah,
right,
she can
fine.
flex to whatever, and she can be a boat.
Mm-hmm.
So I can be a boat if I need to be a boat. She could be a bed
But
if she needs to be a bed.
you would need Dash though for the boat thing because he's the one that makes the water makes them speed through the water on the boat.
I mean, I
He's
could
running.
just use a paddle.
No,
I could just do a paddle.
you don't have a paddle. You're in
You
a
don't know.
deserted island.
Maybe
Where are you gonna
Dash
get a paddle?
trees.
Anyway, this is not the point.
Paddles are wood.
You got a chainsaw with you on that there deserted island, buddy?
I could just get a palm leaf from a palm tree.
Yeah, it's a terrible ore. But anyway, let's go. Let's move on.
Better than nothing.
My
Okay.
your first one
pick.
would be the genie from Aladdin. Because all it takes to get off this island is a little genie. Rub the lamp. I wish I was off this island and my house. Boom, you're gone off the island. And guess what? You still got 2 motherfucking wishes left. So now I can get home with my ass, not on a deserted island, and then I can have billions of dollars. I can be super successful. I can have 15 houses around the world. I can do things that rich people do. So I'm greedy because I want to get off the island, but then I also want more from him, and he's like a really good friend to have.
That's fair.
So genie numero uno for me.
You ain't never had a friend like me.
Okay.
Well, I did have Genie on my list.
Okay.
Genie was not second on my list, so I'm still going to get my second pick that I thought for sure you would take, and that's going to be Ursula, the Sea Witch. Because she is a witch. She has powers. She has magic. She can do things with Genie, but with no limits. Yeah, I may need to sacrifice something like my voice, but she can also turn herself into a real hot bitch if she wants to. So that's also a benefit to being stranded on an island. So I don't necessarily need to get off this island right away. I've got Elastigirl.
Kind of got whatever you need there, right?
The hot version of Ursula. I'm set. I got magical witch powers. So that's my second pick.
Decent pick. I'm going to pretend like it doesn't hurt me at all that you picked Ursula, because I'm so above the stabbing in the back that is.
Was she on your list?
Of course she's on my list. Are you fucking kidding me?
I thought you were going to take her first.
No, because I wanted...
You betrayed
yourself. Sure you got the genie.
I would have taken Genie next if you hadn't. So
besides, see, there you go. I knew it. I knew Genie was going to be up for grabs, so I had to act on it. And so my next pick, I have chosen the Genie, and I have also chosen Elsa from Frozen. Why? Because
also on my
she
list.
Can freeze anything and everything, which means you never run out of water, because you just see her like psh, and it melts, and then whoop, drink water. Also, You'll never die of heat stroke, and you'll never actually have like too much sun exposure, because you can just surround yourself with ice. Plus, as we also discussed on a previous episode when we did the deserted island, what objects would you need? And I said one of my objects that I said I needed on a deserted island was ice, because you can't have anything tasty in this world without ice. And also because it's hydration. So ice is very important. And Elsa just lives, breathes, talks, sleeps, ice. And that bitch she'd be like my right hand. Like, girl, can I have some ice cold water? And she'd be like, psha, here you go.
And
she could also make a frozen water. She could freeze the water that's surrounding an island, and we could walk or fly or skate across and to safety, because it's now frozen all around us.
How are you going to fly? She doesn't give you
Genie
wings.
Can fly
She's
us.
Not Red Bull.
I said Genie could fly us.
I thought it wasn't that you were picking them together, that they worked in tandem, and now you're saying they do?
They do work in tandem, but if they both happen to be there, I'm going to use that to my advantage.
Okay. She also can bring things to life.
But if she could run and slide, that's what we could do.
She made Olaf. She's basically God.
So she can make me a little buddy that I can talk to every day, so I don't get lonely.
Yeah.
Do you want to feel like me? So that's 2, right?
This is
Go for it.
Alcohol 2. Yes, that was the second round pick. This is Dead Guy Ale by Rogue.
I've had that
it's
one.
a Maibach style ale with a robust malt profile and sweetness that is balanced by the liberal use of bittering hops. Dare, risk, dream at 6.8% ABV.
No, I can't drink that beer because it has the word liberal in the description, and I don't do anything with them liberals.
It's 7.5 out of 10. It's good. You're a liar, by the way. All
right, pick number 3.
I am going to go with. This is tough because you took 2 of the ones I had on my board. So kudos to you. We were both thinking the same thing. Elsa would have been my next pick. I am going to go with the Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
I have my protection from wild animals in the Beast. He is strong. He is powerful. And I'm going to assume that the women I'm with are not into bestiality, so he's not competition. So that is my other bonus.
Belle was pretty much on the precipice of that. So, I wouldn't put it past these Disney characters.
She's not on my island.
I wouldn't put it past these characters to just go do whatever with whomever or whatever they please.
That's true.
Because there's a lot of really very strange animal human relationships in a lot of Disney movies. Like a little bit concerning as an adult that I see these things. But anyway,
it's true. We're ignoring that part. So Beast. So Beast. That's my third pick. Your third pick.
Okay. My third pick is going to be. Oof, this is hard. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Get shake it right to. Yeah, make it go. Okay. My third selection is going to be for Captain Jack Sparrow. too. And you're the one that said it had to be animated, but you didn't tell me that. So mine ain't animated. And so Captain Jack Sparrow, for number one reason, obviously, he's going to have an endless supply of rum. So if we're stuck on a deserted island, you better bring somebody who knows where the rum is.
His rum is always gone, you dumbass. That's like his whole thing. Why is the rum gone? He never fucking has rum.
Oh, but he does. He just didn't tell you where it was.
It's always
hid it
gone.
From you. He's hid it from you, not everyone else.
He hid it from himself. He never has rum in these movies.
Shut up. He's part of the character that he always has rum.
Think about that. Okay, whatever.
Yes, I did.
Your
the point is that he's all
has rum.
Anyway, the next thing, other than the rum thing, is because he's highly entertaining and extremely good looking. Now, Johnny Depp these days, but back in the Jack Sparrow days, hell to the yes, with all the eyeliner and the walking around like he's drunk all the time, like his movements, like his hands. I just find it like super hot. So, if nothing else, even if there's no rum, we can still, mix us up a little cocktail of Jack Sparrow and Raley.
What parts of yourselves have the cocktail? Your tears and his cum? That's a very salty drink. Salty beverage.
No, I wasn't pointing to my tears, you dumbass. I was winking. I'm making a cocktail. A cocktail of Jack and Raley.
Like a Jack and Coke?
Except way better. way
better. There we go. Okay.
So now that you officially shit on everything that I said just now, please continue with your fourth pick.
Shit on
by all means.
You were just saying he always has rum, and it's like, no, that's the running joke throughout all those movies is he never fucking has rum.
Aside from one time when the island didn't have rum. Aside from that one time and he didn't have the rum, he always has rum. If you watch him, he always has rum with him. No matter what.
But it's always gone.
Go, move on.
Okay.
I don't want to listen no more. Shut your face.
My fourth pick, I'm going to keep the integrity and stick with the animated characters. I'm going to go with Peter Pan. He knows how to survive. He knows how to gather the troops together, survive in the forest, on the island. He can fly. He's fun-spirited. It's going to be a good time. So Peter Pan is my fourth pick.
Just be forewarned that he has a weird thing with older men, and he's also extremely obnoxious and immature and very naive because he's still a little boy and just feel like become an adult. So he's going to be really irritating, super irritating little kid. And he's probably going to try to have some sort of thing with you, whatever that thing is, because you're an older man. So just be prepared.
I can have Ursula take his voice.
I don't think it's his voice that he cares about. Okay, anyway.
Silence that bitch!
Okay, so you stole Peter Pan. He was on my list too, but he wasn't going to be my next pick, so I was still going to get to him, probably number 5, but you stole him from me. That's okay. I have other options. So my next one is going to be... so hard to pick. All right. This is one entity that I would like to be on the deserted island with me. But the entity is a multitude of things. The entity would be the army of minions. I realize that's more than one, but I'm looking at it as a group. It's also not
Disney. Minions are not Disney.
It's not? It's not Disney Pixar? No, it's Universal. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, sorry, scratch that. You're right.
Yeah,
By
Universal.
Minions.
Yep.
So cute though. They're so lovable. You're right. Okay. Well, that made that decision pretty easy. Then the other one I'm going to choose instead of that is Mary Poppins, who is Disney, and I know for a fact that's true. Not because I particularly like Mary Poppins. I think she's kind of an annoying, overbearing, unnecessarily cold human being to these kids. But somehow
she's a bit of
they love her.
Word.
Yeah, but the reason I care about having Mary Poppins on this island is for that motherfucking bag she carries around. Have you seen that thing? It's a carpet bag about yay big and yay high, and she reaches down in there and she pulls out whatever you want. So if I feel like having a full tiki bar dance party, she could bring all those dancers right out of there. Luau, thank you.
You can go to the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious world. All
exactly.
That fun shit.
She can draw some pictures in the sand, and we'll dive right into them and go to like I don't know, Thailand or like Timbuktu or like I don't know Tahiti.
Bora Bora.
Bora Bora. So that carpet bag is magical, and I will take that on a desert island because I feel like there's no limitations. It could literally give you anything you need
Okay.
at any time. That's my fourth pick. Please
Okay.
continue. Oh wait, that was my fourth pick. Your last chance. Your last pick. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
For my final pick, I will go with. I'm gonna go with Maui from Moana, the Rock's character there.
I was not expecting that.
He doesn't have all of his powers throughout the movie, but when he's stranded on this island with me, he's gonna have his powers. He's used to living on an island at the sea. It's entertaining. He doesn't have the best singing voice, but that's where I can come in, and so he's not going to overpower me there, because that's what I picture.
you'll
not
make
great
him
singers on the men's
You'll
side.
make him sound
The
better
Beast,
by contrast to how you sing. You'll just make him sound better, so he will not be the worst
I
one
better
singing.
than the Rock.
Huh?
I think better than the Rock.
If you say so.
Psh,
All right. Continue.
Yeah. So Maui, powers, island living. He won't be a grumpy bitch. It's like the end of the movie version of Maui. So
Okay.
that's gonna be my fifth one.
Okay.
Your
I
final
dig
pick,
it.
Raley.
I don't mind the Maui situation. I can dig it. All right. So this one is going. Okay. I'm gonna say. Oh, which one? Okay.
Quasimodo.
Okay. All right, I'll just go with this one. Okay, this is probably unexpected, but the next person I'm going to pick is Wally from Wally. Why? Because he's an eternal optimist and he's never down. And that little guy can make stuff out of things and just like, and he will always give you something awesome out of it. So if we found a bunch of random crap on the island that we didn't know how to use it, no, he puts them out of his belly.
I haven't seen Wally, but you went.
You've never seen. Because he does this. He concentrates and squishes it. And then and you've never seen Wally?
No, isn't the whole thing about Wally, he's in love with this robot that doesn't want him, and so then when she powers down, he has his way with her? Isn't it like a sketchy thing? I saw one thing that said the dark side of Wally. Yeah. It said like that's the actual story, that the Wally should be banned because it doesn't teach consent, because the other white robot thing rejects him and doesn't want to be with him, and then when she loses power, that's when Wally becomes friends with her, takes advantage.
No,
I don't know.
He
I haven't
takes
seen
care
the movie,
of
but that's what
her.
I saw.
He protects her. He's just making sure she's okay. He's like, oh, she's sleeping, and I really want to make sure she's okay. Come back and hang out with me. And
that's what Bill Cosby said too.
He's protecting her because she can't protect herself in that moment. It's really sweet. So don't shit on Wally. He's so sweet. His
so far, you've got
like,
the guy with no rum and then Bill Cosby robot on your island. You're getting molested. Done?
Can I please continue what I was saying?
Okay, sorry. Continue.
Wally
your Wally narrative.
He's very resourceful, so he will find little things around the island and like squunch them up and make something into it. And I don't know, maybe he can like build a cabin or something so we can have shelter while we're out there. He's like I said, he's very resourceful, and he's such a sweet dude. Like he's like so lovable that you can't ever be mad at him. He's just adorable, and his little eyes are so human-like. It's really impressive that they made a robot like look like it feels like a human. That's really good work. When I watch him, I feel his pain, I feel his sadness, I feel his loneliness, and I feel his joy. It's really great. So I would really just keep him around because he's lovable and cute, and I need some company. That's it.
There you go. Can he talk? Does he speak?
Yes, a little bit.
Go bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop.
No,
he say Wally.
He doesn't speak much. He can say a few words like Wally and Eva and plant, things like that. He picks them up. He picks up English here and there.
Could he move in the sand, or would he be?
He's on little tracks. I feel like it would be similar to like terrain? A track or like
a tank.
Yeah, like tank tracks is kind of what it looks like. Yeah. Maybe what you would find like a bulldozer or an excavator on, those little rolling tracks. Okay. So yeah,
Okay.
he's fine. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's it, right? That's 5 choices.
Yep. Do you
We did
want
it.
to do any honorable mentions or no?
I'll do one honorable mention if you do one.
Yeah.
Okay, you go first.
You can go first. No, I'm
Thank
letting you
you.
go first. I'm a gentleman.
Oh, what happened to the screen? Oh no, did it stop recording?
No,
Oh no,
I can see
still
you.
recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, my honorable mention would be Merida from Brave.
Hmm.
Have you seen Brave?
Yes, I had that. I considered that on my list.
She is such a
She didn't
badass.
ultimately make
That
mine, but
girl can shoot her bow and arrow with such precision. And so if we need food, she can go hunt some game for us and she can go track it down. And she can do it all that in her cute little princess dress with her wild, crazy red hair flowing in the
yep,
wind. I love her and she's badass. And maybe she can teach me some archery while we're there. I could learn a lot
yep.
of things from her.
See,
Plus, I love her accent. She's Scottish and she's like really, really, really cute accent. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it.
I debated her because I'm like, I need a hunter to
Mm-hmm.
be on this island. And I'm
Exactly.
like, well, I'm not going to choose the douchebag from Tarzan um, with the
Clayton.
gun, Clayton. Yeah, I'm
Clayton.
not going to choose him. I did debate Gaston because he just seems like he's a barrel of laughs. Um,
We had
and
to put up this insanely gigantic ego the entire time, which we get really old really fast.
it would get really old really fast. That's why I didn't ultimately go with him. I went with the Beast. I felt like he could be a skilled hunter as well. So that
Certainly.
he filled my hunter category. Um, but yeah,
I could dig it.
I I potentially when I was first building my list, the second one I thought of after Elastigirl was Donald Duck because I'm like it's someone to talk to because I'm thinking like okay if that's the only person it's someone to talk to but then when you get annoyed you can just kill them and have a real good meal so
Oh shit.
so
Just turned real dark real
versatile.
fast. Wasn't
Yeah,
expecting that, but
uh,
okay. I could, but you can't really have a conversation with Donald Duck. You can't even understand what he's saying 3 quarters of the time.
I
Of
can.
all the people that you can have a conversation with, you chose Donald Duck. I
A
mean,
Darkwing Duck potentially. I do like
I would
Darkwing
even
Duck,
go
but
with
he would be
Daffy
more
Duck over.
difficult to kill.
Yeah,
No, I don't know.
I'm
I
trying
was
to think
at
of this. I don't know.
Pocahontas potentially
Yeah, but
for
no, that
navigation.
movie annoys me because it's so
I
wrong.
remember nothing about the movie. I've seen it like once.
Can you
Um,
sing with all the voices in the mountain? Can you
See, like the
paint with
songs of
all
that
the
one don't do it for me.
colors of the
Mm,
wind? Yeah, I didn't like
now
Pocahontas really,
this,
and I don't like John Smith in that movie, and I don't think that they're. I know that their story is wrong. They've told the story all wrong. They just adapted whatever they thought was a real story, just put whatever they wanted in it. So it makes the whole actual event that happened in history look totally cheesy and bad. But that's
that's
whatever.
true. Hmm.
Damn, you're already on beer three.
This
How are you
one
drinking those
is
so
good.
fast?
Bat, because it's a wide mouth cup. Bat Squatch Hazy India Pale Ale. It's 6.7 ABV. Also by Rogue Brewing. Very good. 8 out of 10.
It's getting
Um,
better. Either that or you're getting more drunk,
but yeah.
and you can't tell.
Oh yeah, that's how things go. It's like, ooh, this is really good.
Oh my god, this is
Um,
amazing. This is the best beer I've ever
you're like, oh
had.
god, I need to get like a case of this. And you get it, you're like,
The next time you drink,
what
it, you're
was
like, what the
I
fuck is
thinking?
this shit?
It's
Not
not the same.
what I signed
Um,
up for.
but
All
yeah,
right,
so
that's
I
fun.
I was trying to think like of Disney live action ones. I don't know who I really would have pulled in. Like there was your being loud thing that you were worried about. Um,
See, if I'm trying to be quiet, I'll always drop the loudest thing, no matter what.
uh-huh. Like Mary Poppins never like I watched that movie too much as a kid. Mentioned it on
Yeah.
here, so it's like ugh,
Mm-hmm.
that one. But the carpet bag is a steal. So
Yes.
if I would have gone Mary Poppins, I would have probably gone with Emily Blunt's version.
Interesting.
Emily Blunt, is that her name?
Yes, Emily Blunt
I
is her
haven't even
name.
seen that Mary Poppins movie with her in it.
See,
But
oh, and Lin Manuel Miranda is the chimney sweep guy. What's his name? Bert, the chimney sweep. I have to tell
Yeah,
you, watching
the
Emily
original was
Blunt
better.
and LMM in that movie, it was kind of awful, in my opinion. Like I
Yeah.
grew up watching Mary Poppins too, and so I knew it was going to be different. But first of all, I don't think Emily Blunt is right for the Mary Poppins character. She's like too
Hmm.
sweet looking and not like stern enough. And Mary Poppins was kind of a bitch sometimes. And then
True.
Lin Manuel Miranda being Bert is just funny because he doesn't at all look like a chimney sweep. Like he looks like he's kind of got like chubby. He's not really thin. Like those
I think
chimney
that
sweeps
was
are
a
supposed
bit
to be
of
like
racism
what? Why? Who? How?
because they're like, he's not white, so we'll make him be the dirty laborer.
Oh, I thought you meant I was being racist. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, no,
I was like,
no.
shit. Am I?
Them casting
I think
it.
so. I
No.
think you're right. I think they were like, we need somebody who's of color to be on the show, and we need to put him in the lowest of all employments
Yeah.
available in London at this time. But
Hmm.
he's a joke. Like he's just too. I don't know. He doesn't look like he lived the hard life of a chimney sweep. He's like he's like soft as a human being. He's
Does
very
he rap
soft.
in it? Does
Oh
he rap?
God, I don't remember, but I
We
do remember him being terrible. And he's not a good dancer. He tried to dance with all the chimney sweeps in this like choreographed number, and I was just like, oh, no wonder they're not. I'm not putting the camera on you directly. They're showing the whole group because
fair.
once it gets to him, he's like really bad at dancing, really bad.
And I haven't watched it yet, even though it's on Disney Plus now, the new Little Mermaid. I know you said the song grew on you, but seeing that, like the Scuttlebutt, the song that he threw in there with
Yeah,
Aquafina and David Diggs, I hated
yeah,
that so
mm-mm.
much. Maybe
Yeah,
in the term of the movie, I won't mind as much, but I saw the clip of that song and it's like,
yeah,
it's very obvious it's an LMM song that he's like, how
exactly. He's got a
can
little
I
rapping in
get
it.
rap in this? And David Diggs is good. I don't care for Aquafina's
I don't like
voice
Aquafina at
on it,
all. I
but
think she is extremely irritating, and I think she's just like at this point, this is just her persona. So she's always that like grating, scratchy voice,
mm-hmm.
kind of like sort of dumb but
Yep.
not dumb kind of character. And Scuttle was supposed to be a dude. I don't know why they made him a girl, but whatever. Um, yeah, I didn't like that. I hated that song. When you first sent me the clip, I was like, oh fuck, this is what they're doing with Little Mermaid. This is
Mm-hmm.
before it came out. It was a teaser, and I was like, this is how they're adapting. Oh, then I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go. But then I
Yeah.
did go, and I've listened to that song a bunch of times, like I said, because my toddler, my 4-year-old, loves that song. So we went over and
Mm-hmm.
over and over again. And after a couple of listens, when my ears stopped bleeding, I was like, okay, fine, I can get into this a little bit. Like,
It's
oh god,
catchy.
yeah. But again,
Yeah.
if you watched my solo episode where I gave a review of Little Mermaid a couple weeks ago, I did mention that there are new songs in that movie, and for me, they bombed. Like the
Mm-hmm.
original shit is what you expect. It's all the same, more or less. A couple of changes here and there. They added 3, I think, new songs, and all 3 of them are just bad. Scuttlebutt is probably the best one of the 3. And that tells you something because that song's
Ew.
pretty bad. I hated the new
Yeah.
music. It was so awful. Anyway,
I
we're
think
getting off
they
a
try to
tangent,
do
but
that so then they can get a nod for the best original song Oscar category. I think
if he
that's
wins
why they
best
do that
original
shit.
song for Scuttlebutt, and I'll do
Jesus
something
Christ.
drastic. I don't know,
No.
but I would just assume that
Um,
is the world going to shit if he gets
yeah.
if he gets awarded for that song. Oh no, I can't take it.
Jesus Christ.
No, no, no.
Yeah. And so I think we should wrap up. But as we wrap up just one bit of musical news, fun fact, because we talked about it. They recorded a cast album of Sweeney Todd with the revival with Josh Groban and Annalie Ashford. So that is out
Ooh.
streaming now. It just released this past week. I've not listened to it yet, but
Ooh.
I am excited to because Josh Groban has a great voice. I like
He's
Annalie Ashford.
amazing.
And then Jordan Fisher plays the kid that's in love with Joanna.
Oh, right.
Um, I forget that character's name in the movie, but Jordan Fisher, he was Evan Hansen on Broadway for a while. He was
Mm-hmm.
in a couple, I think it was like To All the Boys I Have Loved, one of those Netflix movies or whatever, like those teen drama romance things and some other stuff. He has a really good voice.
Yes.
And so I'm excited to listen to that cast album of it. I think it should be pretty good. So that is out now. Um
Nice.
And and the kid from Stranger Things that with the teeth played Dustin in Stranger Things, Gaten Matarazzo or whatever. He plays the little kid, like Pirelli's assistant, that kid.
Interesting.
He played it on Broadway. So, fun fact, that cast recording album is out now. If you want to
Wait,
check
is he
it
a
out.
good singer? I never heard him sing, the little kid from Stranger Things.
He's done Broadway stuff before, so
kudos to him. That's awesome.
He's not like one of the best voices I've ever heard, but I mean, he's able to stay on key, on pitch, all that fun stuff.
All right.
And it's something, I think he was doing that before he started acting. Like he was doing like theater, musical theater, stuff like that. So
gotcha. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna check it out. This sounds good. So we should wrap this episode up.
Yep, let's do it.
Give us a sign off, Matt.
All right. Thank you for joining us, listening. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. Tell your friends, maybe don't tell your family, but if they're not judgmental, tell your family. And follow us for more stuff. And don't forget to go down once more. Woo! Later.
Why? What's that?
You doing wrestling on the side?
Sometimes, but only in like jello or mud environments. I steer clear of the actual wrestling mats or the floor. You know,
those are the ideal places.
It's easier landing when you're wrestling on jello. That's why I do it. It's not for a male sexual fantasy or anything. It's because it's better on your joints.
It's cushier.
And because you can have a snack while you're wrestling.
It depends on the flavor of jello. If it's orange, fuck that.
True. Right. No. I don't fuck with orange. I do fuck with strawberry or cherry sometimes. Cherry is not so great, but strawberry's good. And blue, whatever the blue one is, it's yummy.
Yeah. Blue raspberry, that's not like anything to do with raspberry. Like grape doesn't actually taste like grape, and banana doesn't actually taste like banana.
No.